Cheating in video games is something that gamers have to deal with on almost a daily basis. For some unknown reason, a small number of people feel the need to cheat in order to gain an advantage, troll other people, or generally ruin the gameplay experience for everybody who happens to be unfortunate enough to be playing with them. Now, I'm sure you will have seen recently, for example, that cheating in video games is perhaps bigger than ever. The creators of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds have banned well over 3 million accounts for their game, and they've sold just over 30 million copies. That's a 10% banning rate for all of the accounts in the game. Battlefield 1 on the PC has had its fair share of cheating and hacking issues, and I know they are present on console as well, but it's more of an issue for PC players. DICE has recently come out and clarified some of their statements around the anti-cheat system that they use in Battlefield 1. It's called FairFight. Now, in this article that the developers have released, they've specifically not given out details of their anti-cheat system for obvious reasons. The more information you hand out to potential cheaters and hackers, the more chance you give them of building programs and scripts that could be used to cheat within the game. And of course, nobody wants more cheaters, so in this article there isn't specific information, but there are some overarching things that the developers talk about. So firstly, according to DICE, in the last 6 months, they've been working alongside the developers of FairFight to step up the protection and resistance against cheaters. In October 2017, a few months ago, DICE banned over 8,500 accounts, which was part of a huge ban wave that swept right across Battlefield 1. Since that time, DICE has actually seen a big reduction in the number of cheaters active, which likely means the changes they've made are working. Or of course, the hackers have got a new tool that can't be detected by FairFight. In my own personal experience, I've not run into a cheater for quite some time, or I've not been able to detect that person is a cheater, but I do most often restrict myself to official servers, so perhaps I'm simply avoiding the section of the game that cheaters tend not to visit. In an update very soon, a new messaging system will go live within Battlefield 1, and that's going to let players know of the current situation of FairFight and how many cheaters it's actually caught. Now before, back in early 2017, the FairFight system would just spam global messaging into all of the chats on every single server running every time it banned a cheater, whether that cheater was in your server or not. And obviously that wasn't great for players trying to use the chat and communicate with their teammates. DICE ended up disabling that messaging system because it was just spamming so much stuff into chats, but it's led to the misconception, according to DICE, that FairFight is not actually doing anything anymore. So to rectify this, and give legitimate players confidence that FairFight is indeed working, DICE is going to implement a new messaging system where every few hours, a post will be added to the chats of every server, showing the number of banned accounts globally within the last 24 hours. This will hopefully leave the chat clear for players to use for communication and general meme spam, but also it should give players confidence that FairFight is doing something in the background. DICE has also given out a statement regarding the accusations of players being banned incorrectly. This is the act where a legitimate player who's not using a hack or a cheat software is banned simply because they are very good at the game and have some extremely good statistics. The reason DICE is responding to this is because they've seen an increased use of social media from players complaining their accounts have been wrongly banned. And quite bluntly, DICE has stood firm here and said the following. We are confident that our detection methods produce accurate results. Cheat developers may be attempting to manipulate players' minds about anti-cheat tools and to leverage detection information from game developers. A common misconception regarding FairFight is that higher skill players are more likely to get sanctioned due to their improved match stats. This is not correct. It is not possible to be banned simply for being skilled. Now that is some fighting talk right there. Sounds like somebody at DICE got a little bit fed up of hearing that the FairFight system wasn't working properly, and they just came out all guns blazing. They did go on to say, however, that if you do feel your account has mistakenly been banned, you can appeal the decision. I've left a link to that down in the description for you if you think your account has been wrongly banned. Now, one other thing that DICE has mentioned here is that there are potential cases where accounts are being banned because somebody might have gained access to another person's account and then cheated using that account instead of using their own account. So basically, make sure you have a secure password. I'm talking like 24, 32 characters, numbers, letters, capital symbols, the full works. And then, if you really want to, and you don't want your account stolen, nobody does, make sure you set up two-step verification on your account as well. That way you make it much harder for a hacker to break in that they're probably not going to bother. I can't tell you how many times in the last month or so that I've had people try to break into my various social media accounts. Because I've got two-step verification on there, it pops up on my phone telling me somebody's trying to break into my account. Is it me? No, of course it's not, because I'm sitting on my sofa watching TV. Two-step verification is a really good thing to have, so if you can activate it on any social media accounts, really, you should do it. Now, the community reaction to this has been fairly mixed. Some people still feel that the anti-cheat system is just not robust enough, with many users stating that they've sent in cheat reports using the correct system, and those players are still active in-game. Now, of course, there are scenarios where somebody thinks it's a cheater, but actually they're just a really good player who just completely dominated you in that round, so they may end up not being banned because they aren't a cheater, or it's been referred to somebody and they've looked at it and they don't think that person's a cheater. But there are some stories here of cheaters using different elite classes on a map where they aren't located. They've got cross-map LMG one-hit kills, insta-killing tanks on bombers, and even more. And there's ample video evidence out there on YouTube showing these hacks and cheats, which are still at large. And I won't name any names here because I don't want to encourage anybody to use cheat software, but one website that produces a hacking tool for Battlefield 1 is claiming that they get over 1,000 purchases a month of their tool, and it only costs a few dollars a month to use as well. The issues out there, specifically on PC more so than console, are still really big issues. Now, something else that was mentioned in response to this article is a scenario where DICE is fighting a battle that they aren't fully protecting themselves against. Battlefield 1 has a free trial on Origin that gives players 10 hours of game time without having to even purchase the game. Hackers and cheaters use this system to create multiple accounts and play those 10 hours over and over and over again using their hacks and cheating software. Now, if they get caught and banned on those accounts, they simply make a new one and just go again. This issue is exacerbated by the premium trials and premium friend systems, where those 10-hour free trials could actually coincide with a premium trials weekend, and all of the DLC maps are then open for those hackers to join. DICE has this open door for hackers to come in, and despite all their efforts to stop cheating and hacks within Battlefield 1, until they close that door, they're leaving themselves fairly exposed. It's that 10-hour free trial via Origin that causes this issue. That's the root, not premium trials. If you close that 10-hour trial door, DICE will protect themselves a little bit more. So, while I fully appreciate DICE coming out and giving us some information, or what information they can give us on what they're doing with anti-cheat here, I can understand the skeptical community reaction. I, like many others, would like to see FairFight really kick into gear and root out some of these cheaters and hackers that are obvious to most gamers. I've linked the article, the cheat reporter and account disputes location down in the description of this video, so that if you need those tools, you can get access to them easily. I would consider bookmarking the cheat reporter so that you guys can quickly report cheaters through that system if you think somebody is cheating in Battlefield 1. Rather than having to search around for the link, you'll always have it there. If you report somebody who turns out not to be a cheater, try to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but if you see them in-game doing exactly the same again, of course you can report them multiple times if you think that person is cheating. So, let me know what you think down below in the comments section today, because I know this is a sensitive topic for gamers. I personally haven't encountered a cheater, or one that I could easily recognise, for quite a while now, but others will have different experiences, especially in different regions of the world. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.